Kroeber, and I play drums in the Dodos.
So how did you guys get to Pygmalion this year? Like, what chain of events led to you playing?
Chain of events. Well, oh, Matty-O. Well, the literal chain of events was Ann Arbor to Cincinnati to here. Or Pittsburgh also. And I'm sort of lumping them all in together. Like, what would you call this tract of land in the United States that spans that area?
I don't know, Midwest plus some?
Yeah, because I don't want to, like, when I think of the Midwest, I think a little more southern. And
yeah, exactly.
Less interesting looking and pleasant to be in. This is like a really nice part of the country that I don't often come to. We hadn't been in, I've never been here, and the last time we were in Cincinnati was 5 years ago, almost exactly. And it's really great part of the country.
What's the closest you've come to Champaign? I mean, as far as like... Is like Quad Cities near here? Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's a little bit closer than Chicago, maybe a little bit further. I'm not really sure, but
I mean, definitely play Chicago a lot, but other places in Illinois, yeah, I think probably Quad Cities would be.
And then, like, as far as being here in Champaign, Urbana, are you just here for one night, or?
Yes, sir.
Are there any groups that you would have really liked to see that you?
I haven't seen a schedule yet.
Oh, you haven't seen a schedule?
No. But just driving around town, I see that Cut Copy's playing down there, so the scope of the festival was revealed to me, because they're pretty big news. And so I imagine between them and us, there's got to be some cool shit to see. You got a schedule?
Not on me. But
I can tell you the headliner, the bigger headliner that already played was Explosions in the Sky, and then
was that last night?
Yeah. Bare Hands. Yeah, Bare Hands was also playing. Gardens and Via were playing too. A lot of local bands. Mimosa was here. Sorry.
So, what did you guys do differently this time around with the album No Color?
Well, the big difference is that we took a lot of time. We went back and worked with the producers that we had worked with before in the past, when we kind of didn't know what the hell we were doing. And we did another record with somebody else, and learned a lot through the process, and came back and worked with this other guy, John, in Portland again, and just sort of like made another record with him, but like with a bunch of new knowledge and experience under our belts. And same with him, we've been working with other bands in the meantime constantly, and just gave ourselves enough time to do whatever we wanted to without trying to rush it. It was a really fun experience.
And how did working with Neko Case come about?
Just from touring with the New Pornographers, had the chance to meet her there, and I guess she was the one in the group that got us on, or had offered up the opportunity to us, and so she was like a fan, and just simple as can be. We just got lucky.
Yeah. And what was the inspiration to add the vibraphone into?
Well, that happened after Visitor came out. We were going to go on a big tour that year, and we did. And Merrick was trying to think of ways, because we were going to bring a friend along with us for the first time to be a third player in the band. And he was thinking of stuff that this guy could play, and Merrick had a vibraphone. And I thought it was crazy when he first wanted to bring it, because it's such a cumbersome, hard to mic instrument. But it made a lot of sense. It's very percussive, and that's what we're kind of all about. And that sort of was here and there live in 2008. But when that fella left the band, Merrick wanted to get a full-time vibraphonist, and we got a new vibraphone with mics on it that you could actually hear better and just crank through guitar pedals and stuff. I think with Merrick it was just the percussive quality of it, and yeah, now we have moved on from there, doing more guitars.
So when you heard there was going to be a third person coming in, before you knew it was a vibraphone, what were you expecting him to play?
Well, I knew it was going to be like drums and stuff, extra percussion, but he ended up playing a lot of keyboards, like a toy piano and a little synthesizer, like doing keyboard lines in like Red and Purple and Ashley and stuff like that. And yeah, that's good. I mean, it all came together pretty fast at that point.
Right. Just to get a little behind the scenes, what were some of the bands and artists you were listening to at the time of making and writing the new album?
The new record? Merrick had a pretty heavy, like, inspirational music listening time, more so than myself, as far as something that was like driving me, inspiring me. He was just listening to a lot of people who sort of like do their thing and do it well, like for a long time, like the Ramones and Neil Young, like people who you can recognize their sound and don't divert from it that much over the years, and that's not a bad thing. I think he was like trying to get in touch with being okay with like the Dodos having a sound that was similar to previous records, and
right.
not feeling stale about it.
Something that you can just stick with and it can still sound new. But
for me, like, it excites me when we touch upon that sound that's similar to previous albums. But I can imagine for him it might be more difficult to feel like it's getting boring to him or something like that. Yeah.
And how would you personally describe the Dodos sound that you keep
energetic. We talking, you shoot. Alright. Energetic, melodic, and very rhythmic. It's pretty general, but that's what I strive for.
Just two things. I was going to ask you, because I'm actually kind of curious. When I first actually heard the Dodos, I was watching a longboarding video from a longboarding company, and like I just really liked that song a lot. And have you ever seen like your music turn up in places that you wouldn't like expect it?
I've seen the one you're talking about.
The one for Loaded.
Definitely didn't expect it to be there, or that fucking video would have like millions of hits.
That's. And
the season has turned into a pretty like, it was already like, we played it a lot. People requested it, but I think more so now that video has happened. There's a lot of people who have come to know us through it.
Cool.
And like weird shit where people are like, oh, yeah, I love longboarding to you guys, man. It's just like hearing that multiple times. I'm just sort of like, this is not a coincidence.
So yeah, you heard that, and then you had to go check out and see where that was.
But I mean, I don't know. It's a weird way for people to come to it, but I'm stoked on it because it's like I don't know. A lot of people find joy in doing that activity anyway, and then combining that with the music. It's like
cool.
Gets them a little bit more excited than if it's like in a cereal commercial or something.
Yeah.
You know?
And that's exactly how I feel about it. So that's cool.
You'd rather be the anthem for longboarders than the anthem for cereal?
I would fucking. I think the longboarding thing is pretty cool, but I'm like more of a like true skater at heart, and so like we've had some involvement with skate videos in the past. It's like I can never get enough of that shit. So I feel lucky being involved as much as we have been in the past, but it's just like until I'm 70 years old, I'm going to be a skate nerd. So yeah, anything that touches upon that realm makes me happy.
Cool.
Hi, this is Logan from the Dodos, and you're listening to 88.7 WPCD.